Hi YouTube, my name is Yvonne. I'm here to talk about the basic command of operating system Linux. Now we start with the terminal, and this is the interface for the terminal Linux. We can start our first command, which is ID. You can get your ID and your unique number for your ID. And the next command, which is date. You can get your current date from this system, and you can type calendar. You can get your current calendar, and if you want to get your whole year calendar, just type calendar -y. You can get the whole calendar for the current year. And if you want to get, for example, you want to get the calendar from September 2002, so just type the calendar and the month you want and the year you want. So continue for the next. If I want to know the host name, I just type the host name. The host name show that from the system is Ubuntu, and the username is Linux. If you want to show all the information, just type the uname -a. You can get all the information like the host name, the current date, and the system. So if you want to know which user is currently activated in the system, you just type W. You can get the user and where they come from. That you can type also who, and you can get the time and date and the user who is activated. If you type who am I, you can know the username for this system. So if I want to change the finger information for this system, I just type CFCHFN. You can see you need to type the password. Now you can get the system show that you have your full name T in this system, and the room number I want to change it become 23, and work phone I want to change it, and home phone. Now you already change your finger information. Now we continue for the next. Now we continue for the next, which is sometimes we will confuse about the commands. What is the meaning for the commands? So it's the time for using the manual, and we want to see the content of manual. We can type man ls. There user command showing that. Pressing the Q to quit from the manual interface, and you can also type manual. Then you can get the manual page, and you can type for the file, and for this one is for the file types, the manual for the file types, and you can get the password file. Now we continue for the next. We clear the screen first, and sometimes we are not using the whole manual. You just want a short descriptions. If you want to search something with the keyword, you just type a propose with the keyword you want, for example date. You can get the descriptions with the keyword date, and always showing that. You can try with other keywords, for example mail and telnet too. Now if you want to just search for an exactly keyword, so I will type what is, for example date. The short descriptions will only come out with the exactly keyword, which is date. And now we continue for the next. We want to see the content of the directory, so we can type ls. Here is all showing the desktop, the download, music, public, and so on. This file is the directory inside the system or executable, and if you type negative a, is include the hidden file, and if you type with negative l, you can get the directory for the every file, and if you type negative f, you can get the file without sorting. And if you're using the root with the USR, it will only come out the content of the USR. Please note that the root is using to write the directory for the file. And other than that, we also can try with the ls negative f. Please note that this system is case sensitive, and please do not confuse with the word. This is the file which is classified with the directory. This is the difference between the big F and the small f. The small f is for the process without the process sorting, and the big F is classifications. And we can try with the ls negative l etc, and you can know the etc file inside with the directory and the date modifications. Now we try for the last ls negative r USR, and you will get a long listing about the USR file with the directory. So we just stop it with the Ctrl C. So now we continue for the next with the command to know the content of the file, to know the types of the file, and we just type the file. You can see the file usage, and if with the star, and you will know the file types of the current executable file, and you can try with the by adding the directory. You can see inside the file file type for this directory or is showing by the system. And now we continue for the next part, which is how to copy the file. So we clear the screen first, and now I want to copy maybe the file from etc and the file from group, the file name with group, and I want to rename it as F1. And now you can check it. You can see here the file now already created and with the information from etc group. And now I want to copy with confirmations. I want to copy negative add negative I in after the copy. Now you already copy the file 1 to file 2, and if you press it again, and the confirmation will come out asking override F2. If you want to override it, then you just type yes. Now we want to copy the directory. We create a file name called backup, and the directory with backup is created, and I copy the file 1 to file 3. Now already three file is created, and you can see that over here, and the directory is here. So now I want to copy 3 files, F1, F2, and F3 to the backup file. If you want to check that, you can type ls backup. As you can see, inside the backup directory already consists of F1, F2, and F3. So we now change the current working to backup. You can see the difference. After the YB Ubuntu have the backup, which means the current active already changed to backup. So now if we want to look at the content of backup, so we just type ls. Without the backup is work. So now we continue for the next part. We want to see the content of F1. So we just type FAT F1. Here is the info consists in the F1. So if you want the system to show the F1 by more F1, or you want to show the info of F1 by page, then that is shown by page. Now we clear the screen, and now we want to change the name of F1. So we using the command mv F1 we change to program.txt. So now you can see the F1 already renamed as program text. So now I want to move the file to the other directory. So I just create another file called my dear, and my dear is created. Then you move the program.txt, F2 and F3 to my dear. And if you want to check it, you can see all the file already moved to the my dear. The file is consistent inside there. So now we want to remove the file. So we want to remove the file. So we type remove program.txt here. It's not work because the program.txt is not inside the backup file, so we need to add on the directory called my dear. Here, and you can check it by see the program file already deleted, and now I want to copy the file from home, which is the F1 file, to the F1 file, the home F1 file. Oh, before that, we exit from the backup current, and now we're going back. Now I want to copy the F1 file to backup my dear as the name as F1. Okay, now you can see, check that F1 file is created here. So we want to add this because I want to put it inside the my dear, so we have to add on the directory. So now I want to remove the F1, and the F1 is removed. Now if maybe you guys want to find the keyword, just only remember the keyword, so you can search by using grep, and the keyword is root, the directory, the file you want to find, and the root, the information is shown based on the keyword root. And the file. If you want to find search the keyword based on the number here. If the keyword you want to search is not found inside the system, for example like student, there is nothing will show. Okay, so let us have our small task. Okay, we clear our screen first. Okay, now we start our first task. What command should we type for changing our finger informations? First, as I mentioned just now, if you want to change your finger information, just type CHFN and key in your password. And change the information you want. And complete. Now the next task. If we want to know the user who are activate, so you can type W or WHO. Depend on what information you want. And if I want to know the calendar for whole year, I can type calendar -y. Okay, calendar is shown. Okay, now we continue for our next task. What I need to type if I want to know the manual with the keyword sort? Then I can type manual ls sort, and you can see that. Okay, and the sort here, you can get the name or sort line of text file. All the information is here. So for the next task, how the negative A and negative L and negative L is shown. The difference between these three is if you type out as negative A, and all the hidden file will be shown. If you type negative L, just the directory and the executable file will be shown. If you type AL, include the hidden file and the directory will be shown. Okay, this is the difference between these three commands. Now I want to know the file. How I want to know the hidden file inside the etc. So I just type ls negative A and with the directory etc. Here, include the hidden file in etc. If I want the complete file, I just type negative A with etc. The hidden file with directory. So I just add on the L with the directory. So the hidden file with the directory was shown. So the next task is create a file and copy the file with the file name of test1, test2 and test3. So we clear our screen. Now we want to create a new file, so we type our command with the file name practice1, and the file name is created, and we copy the file from PC group to the file with the file name test1 and test2, test3. Now we want to copy these three files to the practice1 directory. So we just copy test1, test2 and test3 to the practice1. If you want to check that, you can open it and see the file with the practice1 and 3 files here. Okay, now we want to know the file of the test1. We just type. The next task is know the content of test1, so we just type the as test1. I just know we want to show the test1 content with page by page, so we need to type pg test1. So the content will show by page. And the next task is move the test1 and test2 to the home directory. So we just type the move test1. First we change the currently active directory to practice1, and we move it, the test1 and test2 to home directory. So you may check it here, test1 and test2, and the practice1 already moved to the home directory and just left test3. Now the next task, and also is the last task. First we going back to the home directory, and the last task is we need to remove the test1 and test2 with confirmations. So we just type remove test1, test2. If we want to remove with confirmations, don't forget to add -i after remove command. So the question will coming out with asking remove regular file with task 1. If you want to remove, type yes, and task 2, so on. So this is the task for today. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.